Stupid thing.
It says, Oi ho, submarine.
The radio, Timothy. Jeez.
Oh, right. Hey, I have a swell idea.
That's a first.
You ever seen one of those shows where they filter down static until they hear voices in it?
No.
That's okay, neither did I. But I've heard of them.
I think I see where you're going with this. Couldn't that damage the computer?
What's the worst that could happen?
The CPU could catch fire.
Right. Give me the soldering iron.
I'm pretty sure that voided the warranty.
Shut up and let's see what it came up with.
Have you destroyed the enemy deep space probe?
I think this is significant proof of my theory that aliens exist.
Oh, come on. It's just the same thing that got those guys in that movie to think they heard ghosts. Anyway, if it was aliens, why didn't SETI pick this up?
Because their dishes are unplugged?
That's ridiculous.
Scientists of the Jet Propulsion Lab are waiting. This call will be bounced off a man-made satellite. If it works.
The we almost completely ran out of names for Elementinium mining probe exploded, huh?
Yes?
Who blew it up?
We don't know.
Well, find out!
I find it highly improbable that you've received any signals from outer space on a homemade CB, much less anything from intelligent life forms. Perhaps you were observing stray transmissions from a nearby country rock station?
But what about the probe that blew up? It says in the paper no one knows why.
We've been told by our superiors that officially the probe blew up due to technical difficulties. But quite frankly, I don't know what could have made the thing blow up the way it did.
Okay. Thanks for your trouble. Bye. Oh.
You're sure this'll work?
Shh, I think I see something.
It's probably just a cheese smear from those chips you were eating.
It's gray with red flames trailing behind it.
I told you those things were stale.
I think Washington should hear about this. Here goes one letter to Washington. 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, Northwest. Washington, D.C., 20500.
Remember, when you get this letter back in 3 days, I get $5.
Last night, Gerald was telling me how he and Timothy found some aliens. Did he mention anything about that to you?
Yeah, I think he mentioned something like that. Well, a little imagination never hurt anyone, right?
Well, that's your decision. But I don't like my kids having their heads in the clouds too much.
Better than in the dirt, isn't it?
Yeah. I think your son's a bit too imaginative for his own good, actually.
What do you propose to do about it?
All I'm saying is that I don't think it's healthy.
Well, that's your opinion, of course, but I have to disagree.
So, you aren't going to tell him to knock it off?
Of course not.
Listen, if you can't control your kid's imagination, then I'm just going to have to keep Gerald from coming over here. Excuse me.
I don't get it. Today I went over to Gerald's house and knocked on the door and no one answered. I'm almost sure they were home.
Yes, well, I've been meaning to talk to you about that. Gerald's mom and I had a little disagreement, and she doesn't want you playing with him anymore.
What? But we had a bet going about the aliens.
I've been meaning to talk to you about that, too. Listen, Timothy, I don't think it's healthy for you to get so worked up over imaginary events.
But the aliens are real.
Timothy!
I mean it. I've heard them on my radio.
If you won't admit that they aren't real, then I'm going to have to do something drastic.
They are real. Come look through my telescope if you don't believe me.
And you can forget about going outside for a week, young man.